not a boon but a bane. Change, it comes with risk, and often innovation comes with uncertainty. Digital economy, it requires high infrastructure, strong communication, high communication, which is not possible for many developing countries. For example, in India, India is a country which consists of many rural villages, and India, the digital economy is not possible. Here, people are suffering during elections and other things. People are basically suffering from food, shelter. We are basically not providing them these things. So how can we directly go into digital economy? That is not the only thing. I'm talking about this cashless economy. The more you are online around it, the more your data goes into malicious hands. In a cashless economy, you're more exposed to hackers. So, digital economy is not completely a boon. We are not completely getting advantage out of it.
So, here the opposition team says that data security is not good. For this good reason, that's why many companies have moved into clouds. Therefore, they get data security. But however, data security is a problem. But I strongly believe in the future, this will create more job opportunities. If this is the problem, humans have always achieved a way to cope up. So more people will be involved into data security science, and this might create more job opportunities. So I see this as a way of employment.
As she just mentioned that in future data security may improve, but this is not a complete solution. Presently, there is no data security. Before thinking about the future, we should think about the present. And in present, there is no data security at all. The data is stored in servers. What if a national calamity occurs? The server is just totally destroyed, and in the entire country, there's no more trade activity going on. There's no more economy going on. This cashless economy is a baseless concept, because in a cashless economy, you can't feel the money getting out of your hands. You are not self-aware about losing money. Whereas in online transactions, you just give away money. You are not self-aware about it. This results in fraudster cases and hackers taking the advantage of the innocent nature of digital economy.
My opponent just said that we can't think about the future. But why don't we think about the future? First of all, we are not far away from iris technology. The world is developing. We can't be conservatives in this globalized economy. We can't be conservatives here. And talking about what he said, that there are a lot of frauds. Government is working on it. We have to adapt. We have to take some time. We are learning how to adapt to the frauds and all the online transactions. There are a lot of initiatives, awareness programs. I'm sure everyone has heard the ads of RBI saying Satark Raho. So that's what. Everyone is trying to spread awareness. That's how you use it.
My opponent just said that. How about starting digital economy in the present? Digital economy requires huge investments in setting up the platform, and also to keep them going, we need trained professionals and skilled workers. If we see the population of India currently, out of the total population, 60% of the population still lies below the poverty line, and they are scattered in different rural areas across our country. So how are they being able to afford to such huge investments in setting up the digital economy? Digital economy requires huge infrastructure, strong mobile networks, etc. that is necessary for the upkeep of digital economy. And in a country like ours, it is difficult to invest in such investments, as the investments are really high.
Thank you. For the motion.
So the 2 points I noted was labor. We don't have proper employment, and we do not have proper employment. One thing I would say is that employment happens because people are not educated. So what happens means, when we are transferring people from labor-based works to machine-based works, then we are making the people more skilled. Nobody is getting unemployed, but the nature of the labor changes. So when it changes, of course, new changes bring new adaptations. adaptations also. So when we get change, this increases the productivity of the economy also. Yeah, thank you.
One last point for against the motion.
So, as my opponent said right now that unemployment is not there, as the work from the labor is getting transferred to machine work, what about the people who are the middle class and poor, who are like the Uber drivers or the Swiggy drivers? They are basically taken for job as a 0-hour contract. So during this, so if they have, if they are not feeling well, or if they have any other works which they cannot, put away just because they have to attend this work, they are not getting a sick fee or any other fee or extra money for their problems, which can also cause problem for the the lower people of the society. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the introduction round. Please stick on to the topic. The topic is digital economy a boon or curse? So you have to go forward. Now the second round, that is a question or rebuttal time. So from the for the motion, you can ask a question to the against the motion and vice versa.
So my question to the opponent team is that if no digital economy was there, how could we survive during the pandemic and COVID-19? No one would get even their livelihood to live, they would not get anything. So how could they live if digital economy was not present during the pandemic and COVID-19?
People had existed before the digital economy times using traditional economy even during pandemic. For example, the Spanish flu occurred. Yes, I accept millions of people died, but even during COVID times, millions of people died. And as we can see, that times some of the people survived. They adapted without digital economy. And she said digital economy has helped. I agree to a certain extent, but for the most part, I don't agree. As digital economy, it has reached only the urban centers, whereas the villages and rural areas, do not get the facilities to apply for digital economy, as the government is not helping them to reach out for digital economy. The countries which are middle class and low class, middle class in the sense, I mean the middle income countries and the low income countries, they are not able to reach out for digital economy. And the government, even though it has tried to provide digital economy to the people of these, it's not happening, as you can see, even in many parts of our country today. How is digital economy providing jobs for the people in unskilled sector, skilled but uneducated sector? Because as far as my knowledge, digital economy is providing jobs only in IT and sales and marketing sector. But the people who are skilled but uneducated, how is it providing jobs to them?
So I have a very good example for this. In the Asian countries, in the southeastern area, there's a small village called Kamkum. Their people are not educated, as you say. So they are more, people call themselves as the logo crafters instead of calling them as designers. So they craft logos only because they are not educated, they need some ways of surviving, so they are into business. But since they are not educated, they do not know to speak English. They cannot access credit cards because if you need a credit card, you need certain qualifications which they don't have. So what could be used? Bank transactions. Bank transactions can be made simple by just going to the
I'm talking about employment.
Yeah, and I'll come to that. By expanding the money supply, they just got more employment in the business. And same way, if you ask for the
It's their chance. You have a question to ask?
So my question for the opponent team is that, do you think that when the corona was going on right now, we could actually go to the banks and transfer money to other people? If we do not have digital economy like GPay, Paytm, etc., could we go to the banks without social distancing, without masks? Should we risk our lives going to the banks and stay in lines for hours?
So as my opponent asked the question, during the COVID era, could we even go to the banks and digitally could we even go to transactions and other things? Let me talk to you, as I've again said that to the same question, people have lived before without digital economy. And now let me talk about the transactions of banks and things. So if a cashier targets you and takes out all your money, there are very less alternative ways to get it back. Even if you apply for any federal law, it is not going to work out. It is very inconvenient
So thank you. I think we will end with the questions now. Now is the time for the concluding statement. Yes.
Banking transactions have been a major problem in that era, and of course there is something called demonetization which happened lastly on 8th November 2016, which brought great loss to poor people who had saved a lot of money. And that time these online transactions, by storing our money in the online banking options, now people are able to save more money than usual. And also this has helped in the finance and marketing sector of the nation, as our national income and GDP have increased dramatically.
As you said, the GDP has risen in our country. When we think about the overall situation of the world, during the time of 2016, 2017 and 2018, countries like Romania, Slovenia and Seychelles has occurred so much loss due to digital economy. Like Romania has occurred around negative 0.3%, Slovenia negative 0.7%, and Seychelles around negative 1.5%, which is a very dramatic loss for the country as well as for the people living in the country. And also when we talk about these apps like Paytm, PhonePe and Google Pay, when you are making banking transactions with one person to another, you are also risking your private data to others. So, which may include even hackers and other people to get into your account. They can cause too much trouble for you.
Yeah, thank you. So with that, we come to the end of your debate session. Thank you. Both the teams have put forward their own views and perceptions. Good. Anyway, we all are aware about that the digital economy definitely helps the growth of the economy. At the same time, we have to be alert and careful in using it. Yes, so thank you. Congratulations to both the teams. Thank you.
Good morning to the honorable judges and the audience. Today we are for the motion for the topic, has social media taken over our leisure time? Well, yes, it has taken over our leisure time in the sense that 88% of Indian citizens use social media to pass their leisure time. Also, most of the time people browse through the posts by their most followed content creators and posts they go through. Usually what they happen is they go through the posts and most of them end up in depression and other mental disorders. So what I would say is, yes, it has taken over our leisure time. We don't go out to do any physicals. We are just confined to our homes, glued to the screens. And most of the screens nowadays, we know that it has blue light. This blue light causes cataract in the eyes, blurry vision and other stuff. And so it has taken over our leisure time and also affected our mental health for a long time.
Thank you.
Against the motion. So social media doesn't have to be all negative. There are some positive things about social media, as most of the social media platforms provide more negative aspects. There are social media platforms that can be helpful. As my opposition mentioned about over 88%.
Opposition, it's not a question, it's a statement. Social media companies have often been known to use dirty tricks and tactics to capture the users to scroll for a longer time, because of which the users can see more ads and these companies can earn higher revenues. In fact, Facebook, the parent of all social media companies, is one of the most highest revenue earning companies in the world. And the fact that most of its money has been earned because of such dirty tactics, because of which we are glued to our screens for hours a day, and it collects most of our data. So social media companies have taken over our leisure time, because of which we can't communicate with our parents, with our family, with our friends, and instead we are glued to a small screen throughout the day. That's all I have to say. The opposition had told that indirectly it's the people who scroll through the social media companies and it's not the company's fault. But then there are thousands of scientists, data scientists working in those companies, which literally find ways to glue people to their screens. And then you can't blame the people, because an innocent person, he can't possibly see through the tactics and the dirty tricks which those smart-minded people are playing out there. So how do you justify saying that social media companies are not responsible for the millions of Indians and millions of the people around the world who are addicted to social media around the world? Thank you.
Answer from your end?
So, as my opposition stated, there are dirty tricks in social media, but if we see outside social media, even in the physical world, there are dirty tricks, but we are trying to solve them, right? And it's the user that decides if he wants a product or not. And if the business person, the guy who enterprises the product, if he's skilled enough to make the user choose his product, then it's about business. And it's his call.
Any question from your side?
So, as we all know, as we all agree, in-person talking are important. But what about people who suffer from social anxiety? What about them? For people with social anxiety, they end up in depression because they can't contact with people. But with social media, they can connect with people and they can share their feelings with anonymity and they don't have to be scared with the physical world.
Your point is on social anxiety. I would like to elaborate on that point. Social anxiety, according to various researchers and various studies done throughout the years around the world, it has been proved that major cases of social anxiety is caused because of overusage of social media, because people are often insecure about the feeling seeing because I'm just going to take an example of Instagram, where most of the people post their happy moments and their joyful moments, the positive moments. All these, when other people look at this, they feel insecure because they may be having a bad day or their life may not be as good as the others. This increases insecurity among the people. This actually puts more people into depression. This increases the social anxiety because the people are scared to talk to other people because they feel they have an inferior life. So yeah, the social media, it does not help in curing social anxiety, it instead causes it. Thank you.
Do you have any more questions? Yes.
So, social media is used for sharing a lot of sad moments and happy moments at the same time. Now, taking an example, like in Ukraine, how many students of India were stuck there? People could not just contact directly. They posted everything on social media, it became viral, it came to the government's attention. So, in that way, they saved so many people's lives. The same thing, the people are even getting employed. Many of them have jobs on social media, like Twitch streamers or YouTubers or anything like that. So, how do you want to do that?
I just wanted to say that the point that he just said, it does not really pertain to the topic. The topic here is, has social media taken over our leisure time? We're not talking about the advantages and disadvantages of social media. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell that not only for leisure work, for other professional works also it can be used.
I thought we were strictly discussing about leisure time.
No, yes, it's not about that.
Any more questions? If not, then we'll want. You have a question? Yeah. This will be the last question.
Yeah. So, social anxiety. Now you just said that people, they can contact different people and with anonymity they can talk to each other, they can share their feelings and feel better about themselves. But what about those people who manipulate innocent minds, naive minds and be the cause for all this thing, social anxiety?
So, as he said, there are bad groups in social media. But it's again the user's choice, right? There are some Reddit groups out there, those which promote positivity, and there are people who suffer from social anxiety. They are out of depression because they can share their feelings and they can connect with people more than ending in depression.
Anything else to add on to it? If
I
not,
think the question you asked right now is the same as the social anxiety one. Same answer was given, the user's choice.
Participants of AdMat show are requested to be near the auditorium before 10:10 and the participants of skit are requested to be in the auditorium by 11. Thank you.
okay, we'll go on to the last round, that is the concluding statement. Each team can present their concluding argument. Yes. You got a mic? Yeah. Yes. 403, what is the motion for?
So, we have got the topic
for the motion, parents should decide which career their child will pursue.
Okay, and oppositor two?
We are against the motion. We are against the motion and we are telling that parents should not decide the career of their children. Instead, kids should do it on their own.
Okay. So can we start right away or you need 2 minutes, 5 minutes to decide among yourselves who will go first? Yes. We will follow the same rules as we had done for the semi-finals. Parents should, for the motion, parents should decide which career their children will pursue. So first, who is going for it? Let's start.
So good morning honorable judges, again and my friends and all the teachers. So we are for the topic of parents should choose what their child will pursue. So all the qualities and passion and talent that the child has got, it's because of the upbringing of the parents. And in this world, the parents have most of the experience of how the world runs. Teenage people tend to make a lot of bad decisions, and these decisions are life-changing.
Good morning once again, honorable judges, respected teachers, parents, and my dear friends. So we are against the motion as I said before. So all of you, I'll start with the basic thing. All of you sitting here, listen to your heartbeat. Do you hear something? I know there are thousands of kids sitting here who are under the pressure of parents choosing their careers. One might be very active in sports, but parents might prefer medical or engineering field. And there are thousands of kids sitting here like this, and today we are here to supporting people and to tell that no, children also have the right to choose their own careers. As my friend said, teenagers, parents have much life experience. Let me tell you about some uneducated parents. In a country like India, and not only in India, in many other poor countries where uneducated parents are there, we see that children, they actually decide their own careers and they grow there. So if only all the rights is given to parents to choose, then children would not be, they will not be happy with whatever career they progress on.
You have got 1 more minute. If you want, you can continue. Children, please know that you are getting 1 plus 1. 2 minutes. You cannot go beyond 2 minutes. Yes.
Okay, so there's a species of African tarantulas.
Remove your mask. Go.
There's a species of African tarantulas in which the mother eats the children to feed itself. In case of extreme survival, for extreme survival benefits. So each individual on this planet wants the survival of itself. It's not like we are thinking about the betterment of others. Of course, our parents, we are social animals. Of course, our parents want the better of us. But it's not always that they know what's better for us. The individual has the right to choose what the best career is for himself or herself.
Thank you.
So, as my opposition stated, there are parents who oppose sports, but are there job security in sports? You can retire anytime, there's no job security. But if you see medical and engineering, there's a scope in future. There's a lot of money you can get, and the parents would love the best for their children.
Topic is not about whether medicine or engineering. It's just whether parents can decide upon what you want to pursue as career.
And as the opposition stated, so the whole concept of this world is survival of the best, right? So the best survive. And if you see humans and animals are different. The parents care about their children and they know what's best for them. The passion they attain, the passion they have is because of the parents, the protection of the parents. So again, the parents should decide what career the child pursues as they know what's best for them.
He has to complete and then you can go forward.
We all know, and only an individual knows the best of himself, not another individual. Now my other opponent just mentioned that and parents will know the best of the children. That's not true at all. And one more point is that no sport or no field of employment is bad. Everything has its own best, and its best is something, and everyone will have their own passion. So if a child is interested in sports, parents should not disagree or depromote them from choosing that at all. For example, child is interested completely in sports, he runs well, he's completely good, but he's not good at something else. He will obviously choose to take the sports as main career. In such a case, he will not care about the earning because that's his passion. He will obviously go for his passion, not what his parents say.
So as my opponent said, all parents don't do that. Parents even support them. Parents know what's best for them, they care for them. Like from when we are born, we spend most of our time with our parents. They know us very well, they know our limits. So they care about us and they do what's good for us so we don't suffer later in our lives.
Any more points to put forward from all the teams? Yes.
So I would like to tell about the case of a student named Arjun Bharadwaj. He was a 24-year-old student who actually committed suicide by jumping off a 19th floor building of a hotel, and that was because he failed multiple times in an attempt for writing an exam which he wasn't interested in writing because his passion was something else, and his parents forced him to do this to write this exam to get a job which he did not want, and this was not his passion, or he did not have any interest in this job. So he wanted to, just forget everything, and that is why he jumped out of a building and nothing more. So in India, around every hour there is a student committing suicide. So this is because most of the time parents decide the future and not the child. So what would you want to say about this?
As we are going out of the topic, it's not about suicide here, it's about having open conversations with the parent, talking to them what the child needs, and the parents can decide if they want or don't want, because they know what's their child's limits and what's their limit, because the financial, most of the jobs have a huge income and they need a lot of money to get into that. So the parents should have a good financial environment to actually support with that.
50% of the suicides actually happen under pressure conditions. Students feel the pressure condition of studies, and these pressure conditions are initially developed by the parents. They put a lot of expectations on the students, in fact their children, and that's why they bring them down. They put pressure on them. That's the reason they want or go for suicide, which is not really good, is it?
To the point, what you say, it's not about suicide, it's about whether parents should decide your future.
So as he said about suicides, like it's about how the person takes it. If he takes it positively, has an open conversation with his parents, he can also sort it out how he wants it. The parents know what's good, so he's listening to them. This is not the 1900s. Now to survive in this world, it's very difficult. So they have to listen to their parents, listen to their points, then they can decide what's good for them.
As we can see, the child cannot decide the right thing. Suicide is the last option you can ever do. So the child lacks decision making right there. So the parents have experience and know what's good. So the parents can advise the child what to do.
Yes, last chance for you to go for the topic.
Okay, so my basic question is, how long can a bird be staying in a cage? One day, a bird needs to be left free. Similarly, with children, we might be young, but nowadays children are quite wise to take their own decisions. There are many programs or schemes which are going on with children, where many organizations are supporting the children to take their own decisions. So I am asking you a question. Are you ready to risk your own life in the hands of others? It is not your parents who are going to earn for you later. It is you who is going to do it.
So I think if you have any more point, you can conclude with that and then we move on to the rebuttal now.
Okay, so as she said, parents are working this hard so that we can go outside and live well in our lives. It's not that they want to keep us with them. It's that we go out, we stay good, because our parents care about us more than anyone does in this world. It's not someone else, it's our parents.
Let it finish. They have 2 minutes.
As she said, there are children organizations where they motivate the child to go and follow their passion, while there are other organizations which support the parents and make them understand what's good for their child. So that the parents can decide what's good for their child through these organizations.
One last chance for the motion. a chance of 3 questions. Maximum 3 questions you can ask each other, and then we'll go for the concluding round.
So, as we know that students commit suicide, and that just shows that how naive a student is. What is the chance that if they take their own profession, what they want to do, and they succeed in it? What's the chance that they fail in it, and they get depressed, and then they commit suicide? Then it's ultimately a waste of time, and they could have avoided the situation if they did what their parents have said them.
Yes, you had an answer for it?
Okay, so suppose for example parents take the decision and they invest a lot of in it. So when kids they do not have their own interest on this kind of decision or in that career, what is the use of the lifelong earnings of parents? Most parents they depend on their children for their further life continuation. So what if we do? Suppose for example they take a decision for us where we are not interested. So definitely there is a lot of waste of investment which they have done on us. So what about that?
He wants to add on to it.
So as
Category 3, group song students are requested to assemble in the quadrangle immediately. Category 3, group song students are requested to assemble in the quadrangle immediately.
Yes.
as said by my teammate, like parents put a lot of investment on the future of the child. So when you as a person is not interested in a job where you are not giving your best shot at it, the investment put by the parents is like a complete waste of time. So when you are pressurized by parents to do a work which you are not interested in, it is of course that you are not going to have enough interest and you are not giving your best shot at it.
Yes.
So in those situations, the key is open conversation with the parents and the child. So we need to have an open conversation with the parent and understand what's better for their own good.
Like now, as he said, the parents give a lot of investment. So it also depends on the economical status of the parents. Now, if the child wants to pursue something higher that they can't afford, it's not something that they can do directly. The parents sure do help them to grow in life so that they can reach the point they want. They can't just do it all together. And for that, there's no open room and talking, and then there's a lot of fights and quarrels among the parents and the child.
Anything else to add on? Green group, 1 minute. They have 2 minutes time, so anything else to be added, you can add. If not, you have got 1 more minute. You're using your 1 minute time. Be quick. Okay, yes. Here, blue house.
So as my opponent said that parents can speak with their children and decide about their career. That is what we are trying to say. Why don't parents speak with their children, think about the children's interest and go ahead with it? Why is it always mandatory that we should compromise? I think the parents can also talk with us, understand their decision and move ahead with our test. And if they support us in that, what is better than that? What is better? Your children are also improving their career on their own with the support of the parents. So that is definitely a success then.
Absolutely, Hiba. As parents' guidance is of utmost importance. But it's not like you have to impose a career on your child. And I have a question for you guys. If Lata Mangeshkar wouldn't have wanted to choose singing as her career, if her parents would have imposed some other career on her, would she be a successful person in anything else? If Sachin Tendulkar would have been imposed IT field on himself, then would he be a successful person in life?
So the parents will choose something obviously the person can do. If he can do IT, he goes with IT. The parents know what the capability is.
Any more questions? If not, we'll just
Parents don't know all these. Sometimes they may know, but mostly they never know. It's the person who knows the best about himself.
Any more questions?
And the topic is not about compromising things. It's about having the parents choosing the career. So the child not always have to compromise. They can have an open conversation with the parent and decide what's good for them.
Yes, I think too many open conversations with the parents as well. So we'll move on to the last round, that is the concluding statement. One member from the team can put forward a concluding statement.
Good morning, everyone. We are not in the 19th century. We have turned to the 20th century. All the parents, most of the parents know what a child can do, what is their best in them. So they have already experienced. In this world, no one will wait for you. It's like run, and life is a race. Otherwise, the person who's coming back will stamp you and go. So they have been like fall into the pit, and they are trying. The children should not fall, and they can live a better life than what the parents live. So parents are not trying to put their children into the pit, but trying them to lead a better life.
Thank you. From Blue House?
So I would like to conclude by saying a few words. So one quote I would like to say is, and just because an apple tree bears an apple doesn't mean that the doctor's son or daughter should be a doctor. In the same way, many of you know the famous people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Winston Churchill, Marie Curie and Albert Einstein. All of these people were forced by their parents to do another job, but these people did not want these jobs, so they went against their own parents and they decided what they had to become in life, and they thought it was their right to choose what they want. So that is why they have become famous for what it is. When there is a huge generation gap between our parents as well as us. When they were living, it was a stereotypical world where what you were, your daughter or son had to be the same thing. But now it's the modern era. You have the rights to choose yourself.
Thank you. Congratulations to both the teams. Definitely. And being the judges, thank you, and thank you, audience. The result of the final round will be announced later in the evening.
Morning greetings to one and all present here. I, Joshiba, gladly welcome you all for Carpe Diem 2022-23. Now we have the next event for the day, that is the Ad-Man Show. Albert Einstein once said, and I quote, "Creativity is intelligence having fun." It is now time for us to witness the creativity and intelligence of our young students. So let me now call upon the first performance for the day by chess number 401. I repeat, the first performance by chess number 401. I also welcome the judge for the day, Ms. Sarah ma'am from SFS ICSE. Beulah ma'am from SFS, I'm sorry ma'am. Beulah ma'am from SFS ICSE. Thank you ma'am for having you here. Thank you so much. So now I call upon the participants from chess number 401. Oh, it's so
Oh, it's so sunny and my energy is all wasted because of this girl.
Oh my god, I look so bad, mom. So many pimples.
It's unfiltered after all.
Guys, let's go get some energy drinks.
Oh, please. All energy drinks companies are liars. They just use the same juice in all of the another energy drinks with the different labels, and they add hazardous chemicals. I tell you.
And you know, because of the chemicals, I got so many pimples. I had to cut down on the consumption, you know. I'm just a mess. I look so bad in all the selfies.
Oh, look, another one. A new one this time.
Hey everyone, I'm from Bluebell. You guys need some energy drinks?
Oh, yeah, energy drinks. Yes, energy drinks. We know that how much energetic your drinks are.
No, don't worry. We have tested this drink for 5 years, and after launching it in 32 countries, we are finally launching it in India.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Well, presenting to you
Bluebell energy drinks. Understand your frustration. All other drinks are abominations. They taste like vomit. You want a good drink, innit? Well, lucky you, because we are here to rescue you.
We got you something tasty. We assure you it's healthy. It has less caffeine, loaded with collagen. It causes no pimples. It's time for some tingles. Let the bells ring. Oh, then finally no more pimples on my face. I can get a clear selfie now.
Yeah, sure. Good pictures, better without filters. You look tired, bro. What's wrong?
Yeah, man, I had to attend the Carpe Diem yesterday. It was so tiring and rebellious.
Stand up, babe.
So, what did you participate in?
I didn't participate in anything. I had to wait in a long queue to collect my butter chicken.
It does sound tiring.
Yeah, it does. And we also have to board our flight tonight. We are going to Delhi.
Oh my god, I have to pack the suitcase.
What do you mean? You don't have to book tickets and all. You take the train direct, you'll go. Next will walk faster than an aeroplane. Sorry, run more faster than an aeroplane. Want to see? Drink the drink.
Sure. You know, the other company also said that if you drink our drinks, you go like, we will have feathers to fly high.
Well, we cannot assure you about a new organ, but we can assure you a lot of energy. Well, can you give it for trials? We don't have samples, but you can buy them. How much does it cost?
Well, how much does red one cost? 200, 250? Guess what? Ours is just 100 rupees.
We can reach Delhi in just 100 rupees.
Oh my god, that's going to save a lot of money. I can do shopping again, and that's so nice.
Can I carry my family also?
I just family, you can carry your family, your dog, your neighbors, your apartment, everybody.
Well, let's see.
Well, I mean, you know you're going to go shopping, right? Shopping takes what? Minimum 2-3 hours?
More than that.
More than that? Well, for that, you may need energy. Am I not right?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
You know what gives you energy? Guess what? Bluebell's energy drink. So let the bells ring!
I guess this will work. We can.
Let's try it out.
Oh, also, we have crazy flavors. Our drinks come in 2 flavors. You can try the lion's roar if you want an instant rush of energy.
You can try the wizard's curls for walking more faster than an aeroplane.
Yours is perhaps the coolest energy drink. If I had ever been tasted, can I get?
And I would like to try the lion's roar.
Yeah, you can, but you will have to buy it because we are a company, we have money.
We cannot give them samples. It will affect our sales, people.
Then buy a drink, what will be with it?
Oh, that's fine, I think. I don't know how to manage.
At the end, we have to book the tickets also, right? So I'll do it.
Anyone's thirsty? Selling them drinks? I just get some red horns. Oh my god. So
You want the
thirsty.
sticker and apply also?
Yeah, I will.
Also,
All of you can have these drinks. A mere 100 rupees. There you go.
Red horns is really nice.
You guys take ATM?
ATM? No, but you can use cash. Anyways, all of you can try Bluebell energy drinks, the best ones in town. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have another big round of applause for the team?
is my last try.
Really? This is the best solution for our hair. Try it.
How did your hair become so smooth?
It's all because of Patanjali shampoo.
Patanjali shampoo for smooth and silky hair. First step treatment get 10 rupees off.
Thank you.
Audience, will you all enjoy the performance? Will you all purchase Patanjali oil? Okay, up next. Please go. Step number 4.
Guys, can you believe it? My guys took me to Paris this summer, and my aunt who lives in the US brought me so many chocolates. Don't you find it amazing? And my uncle who's from the UK, he brought me so many toys, so many gadgets. I just can't wait to show them to you guys.
Oh God, how much does she talk? I wish I could stick her mouth with very quick.
The bus was a little boy, and he was coming. And with this, they were pretty and never been friends. Out there he goes. He always kept falling. And this is the story since he was little. And now, after 30 years, he has finally found the formula. The secret formula that can stick anything at any time.
Yes. Yes. This secret formula can stick anything. It makes everything. We have a product which you would like to showcase.
Hello friends! So we are the owners of Nifty Night Company and today we are here to introduce our product, the Kelly Quick.
This product is available in all tubes, 10 gram, 15 gram, and tubes, bottles, and anything for all age groups to use it easily.
Can you guys believe it? We sold 7.38 million bottles of Kelly Quick in just the past 3 months. And Kelly Quick has made sticking clean, quick, and very reasonable price.
This organic glue is very safe for the environment, and our packaging uses biodegradable items which can biodegradate in just 2 weeks, therefore making our product very eco-friendly for our consumers. Now, Judge, would you like to test the quality of the product yourself? Arjun, please come forward and let our judge test the quality of everything themselves. Yes, we have started the jar with chemical, and there's no way you can open it because our product is so strong. But if you can, you can get the chocolates inside.
See, that's the strength and quality that we provide our customers. We are today here to sell this product just for 20 rupees with 30% discount, and we have 5% extra in this bottle, and we have an amazing offer that is buy one get one free, which is valid only till Ganesh Chaturthi. So what are you waiting for? Just take out your mobile, call the number 00111 and place your order. Stick with Kelly Quick! Can we have another round of applause for 3404?
Good morning to one more present here. So we, the ambitious Avengers, are here to present an iPad show on pitch car and aging really free. So, aging is a problem that we face in our day-to-day life. Most of the reasons for aging are sweat, dirt, or our skin. So, we are going to see some of the ways that people face these uncomfortable situations in their life and how pitch car creates a change. Scene 1. A schoolboy studying.
problem has not let the student study and which results of him to fail in class. So, after some time, you'll see which God brings a change. Scene 2, a housewife.
Can't do any work properly.
So in this scene, we have seen that how the eating problem has created such an embarrassing scene for this housewife. Because when you eat in a public place, it doesn't seem so sanitary. So after some time, how this relief helps the housewife. So scene 3. This is a scene where there are two cricketers. So playing cricket, and we'll see how this eating problem is again irritating them. Now, imagine eating during a match. How would it be? You're playing and you have to take your hand up and itch. Who will hold the bat then? Or who will hold the ball? So let's see the pitch guard, what it creates a change.
Do you have irritation problem?
Yes.
Do you have itching problem? Yes. Do all three of you want solution for your problems?
Yes.
We have pitch card. All the problems will get solved in just 70 rupees. Buy it now, use it now, and thank me later.
So, this is now the student after using pitch card. Now, the topper of the year is Akshay RS.
Congratulations, Akshay. You're first year. Second time.
Scene 2. We saw a very troubled housewife. So let's see what pitch card changed in her life.
Welcome home. Welcome home.
So now you didn't spill food on our dresses.
No, I
Thank you.
won't. Thank you.
This is our gift.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, this is a cricketer. So anybody, if you have an itching problem, then the best solution for it is pitch guard. Pitch guard को लाओ, गुजरा, कुर्सी को कम करो. Thank you.
Another round of huge applause for all the participants. As we now come to the end of the program, I now thank all the participants for their participation and performance. I especially thank respected judge for attending the event and judging our event amidst your decision. Thank you. I also thank all the students and parents and audience who have gathered here to view the program. Thank you everyone. And thank you and have a very nice day.
Shakespeare quotes, "In all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players." And as you like it, you know that we are gathered here for the Carpe Diem 2022
2023 skit competition. I take immense pleasure to welcome all to the Carpe Diem 2022-23 skit competition category 2. On behalf of SFS Academy, I offer my regards to the judge of the competition, Professor Jennifer, SFS Degree College, for this competition. Welcome, ma'am. And also, I welcome the participants and the audience present over here. Once again, wholeheartedly, I welcome you all, everyone. Let us search Shakespeare, Bernard Shaw, and many more actors and actors today with the skit competition. Now, the first competitor of the skit competition will be SK201.
A very good morning to one and all present here. We, the legendary Spartans, Red Dogs, are proud to present our skit, Corruption's Paper. Corruption, for the best, makes the worst paper. Jenny is an MBBS practicing student who is lazy, not willing to do things, but want everything to be done a day before an exam. Let us see what happens. Scene 1.
How much have I learned? I'm not getting it. What shall I do? How will I score good marks in my exam?
Then she goes to a college and trying to convince the manager.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you something about the result? Yes. So when will it come? It will come in a week. Thank you, sir.
She goes to her home and thinks about some ways to get good mark sheet.
Oh, what shall I do? I have to favor the dean and do something for them. And then I have to score good marks in my exam. What shall I do? Should I arrange them a trip? A trip to the moon? Or a trip to the Mars? Oh no, it's out of the budget. What shall I do? Should I go and change my mark sheet before I even get there? Okay, this is final. I'm going to do it.
She goes to her college during lunch break. Scene 2. Working in the kitchen. Suddenly, she falls down on the floor. A son who is playing in the living room sees his mother on the floor and calls his father at once. Wake up, Mama. What happened, Mama? Wake up. Daddy, Mama fell down on the floor and is not talking to me. She's even bleeding from her nose. I don't know what to do. Please come fast, Daddy. What? Koro, dear, don't worry. I'm sorry. Okay, what happened? Where is Mama? Father comes to the house and calls the ambulance. His wife is admitted in the famous hospital for operation. Scene 3. Inside the operation theatre. Oh no, how to do it? Doctor, do something. Her pulse rate is coming down. Otherwise she'll die. I don't know how to do it. I can't. Oh God, we lost our patient. Please go talk to somebody outside. Outside the operation theatre, nurse comes out. Then doctor comes out. When father sees the doctor, he remembers the girl whom he gave Makshi. He realized what he had done earlier, which he shouldn't do. Otherwise, his wife would be in better hands. Karma says, what you give is what you get back. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation and only one bad one to lose it. Finally, we are glad to announce our casters. Monica as Jenny, Gautam as secretary, Aditya as dean, Geetika as mother, Ayush as son, Aditri as nurse, Pranav as office staff, and myself, Nevin, the script reader. Thank you.
It's a wonderful performance. Let us give a big round of applause. Thank you, students. We go to
Studio directors Advita Srivastava as Daisy, who is the wife of Albert. Rachana Rao B as Mabel Phillips. Posilan TV as a man. Vedant Chaurasya as Michael Munshan. Mohammad Hasib as Albert. Rachana Mohammad Hasib as Albert. Aishwarya B as David. Pritesh Roche as audience 2. Caitlin C. Arun as audience 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the program that gives you chance to break the world record. We have here in the studio tonight 3 people who are trying to break the world record. Let's meet them and see what they are doing. Tell me, sir, what is your name? My name is Albert Hargreaves. Albert Hargreaves. Well, Albert, what are you doing? I'm standing on one leg in a bucket of hot your one leg in that bucket of hot soup. The world record is for 7 hours and 3 minutes. 7 hours and 3 minutes. And you have been standing 6 hours and 59 minutes. Well, Albert, you have 4 more minutes to go. That's right, Michael. Tell me, Albert, is the soup still hot? Yes, my wife's been coming in every half hour with more hot soup. Here she comes now. Here you are. You are, Albert. I'm glad. It's your leg in that bucket of hot soup. Albert, not mine. Now we have another contestant in the studio, a very charming young lady. Can you please tell your name to the viewers? Sure, Michael. My name is Mabel Phillips. Mabel Phillips. Well, Mabel, what are you doing? I am leaning on this brush. You see, I'm going to win. Yours is nothing friend of mine. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she is leaning on a brush. What's there in this? What's there in this? Anyone can do. Even a small child. Yes, true. People think world record is a cup of tea. 85, 86, 87, 88. What are you counting, gentlemen? Hi, Michael. I'm David. I'm on the count of blinking eyes per minute. I could do it for 88 times a minute. I'm sure it would go to 100. Thank you, gentlemen. Albert Hargreaves has been standing with his one leg in that bucket of hot soup for 7 hours and 2 minutes. 7 hours and 1 minute. Well, Albert, you have 2 more minutes to go. Poor Mabel got a long way to go. Here is another young man and he hasn't got any of his trousers. Tell me, sir, what are you doing? I'm looking for my trousers. I see that. How long you have been looking for your trousers? I have been looking for my trousers for 5 minutes. What's the world record? Parrot, what's the world record looking for your trousers? I'm not trying to break a world record. I got off my trousers to have a bath. And when I came out of the bath, my trousers were gone. I see that. Get out of the way. We are on television. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Back to Albert Hargreaves. He has been standing with his one leg in that bucket of hot soup for 7 hours and 2 minutes. Well, Albert, you have 1 more minute to go and then you will break the world record. Here comes Mrs. Hargreaves with more hot soup. Here you are, Albert. Tell me, Albert, how does it feel? Hot. No. How does it feel to be approaching the world record? Well, Michael, I've been dreaming about this moment. I've been thinking about nothing else. Yes, Albert. I've been practicing every day. Yes, Albert. Twice on Sundays. Yes, Albert. Here comes Mrs. Hargreaves. Oh no, not again. It's all right, Albert. She's only looking at her watch. Albert, only 10 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Albert Hargreaves hasn't broken a world record, but he has broken his legs. Moral of the story: there is no substitute
SK203.
Love your family, spend time, be kind, and serve one another. No room for regrets. Tomorrow is not promised, and today is short. Is a quote we've often come across. Life is all about balancing. Let us now move on to one of the Kanuri nuclear families of the modern era to discover their family lifestyle and its effect on the family. Yay! Mama! How are you, baby? I'm fine. Now
Is available at the school office. Those who wish to buy can come to the school office and buy.
Meenu, Mommy is really tired.
10 coupons for samosa chaat. It is available at the school office. Those who wish to buy can come to the school office and buy.
Oh, my baby angel. How is my baby doing? Daddy, let's go out in the garden and play. No, baby, not today. Daddy is very tired today. We'll play tomorrow. No, Daddy, no. Always say the same, but no, never play. Bring me a baby brother and play with him. Ha ha ha
coupons are available in the school office. Those who wish to buy can collect it from the school office.
Good morning, doctor. Good morning. Please come in. I was waiting for you. Doctor talks to Minu and discovers that Minu is disturbed and is going into depression as she does not get her parents' attention and time. Flora? Please take Minu out for a while. I am really sorry, but I must tell you that Minu is going through a serious mental trauma. It looks like we are failed to fulfill the needs of your child. But doctor, how is it possible? We buy everything that she needs. We provided her all the latest video games, costly toys, etc. I am sorry, but I am not talking about toys or dresses. I am in the warmth, love and affection that every child requires from a parent. It's all my fault. I am to be blamed for everything that Minu is going through. As a mother, I failed to do my duties. I never paid a heed to her needs. Oh heaven, please forgive me. What a terrible thing I have done to my child. I love you, my child. You are my angel. Hence, every modern parent should spend enough time to appreciate the gift of family and enjoy every phase of parenting with their child, encouraging them not only in academics but also the gifted skills they are born with.
For an informative and a wonderful performance.
Which means a person is a person through persons. So here we are before you all. Present skip 1, 2. Our Subhashri has narrated
we come to the end of this competition. Everyone have done well. Let us give a big round of applause for all the four teams. And now I am very thankful to our judge, Professor Jennifer from SFS Degree College. Thank you, ma'am, for judging.